6 behaviors that leave cruise ship restaurant staff speechless. Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the scenes in a cruise ship's elegant dining room? Even when everything looks smooth sailing, certain guest habits can drive the restaurant crew up the mast. Stick around as we reveal the first habit, and trust us, you won't want to miss habit 6 later on. Introduction. Cruise ship restaurants are marvels of logistics and hospitality. Thousands of meals prepared daily, served across multiple sittings, all while navigating a floating hotel on the high seas. From the moment you step into the grand dining hall, marble floors gleaming, chandeliers twinkling, the staff is working in perfect harmony, but introduce a few unexpected guest quirks, and that harmony can wobble like the ship in rough waters. Over the next 10 segments, we'll spotlight the behaviors that most flummox the service team, explain why they cause such headaches, and share the insider tricks that keep things shipshape. Let's embark. Habit 1. Constantly changing your order. I'd like the crab cakes, no wait, the filet mignon, actually can I just see the sushi menu again? The guest's perspective. You're excited to sample everything on the menu, seafood specialties, prime cuts, exotic sushi rolls. You flip back and forth, asking the server to swap your appetizer and entree, then 5 minutes later, request an entirely different dish. It's all in good fun, right? You want the perfect culinary experience. Behind the scenes, why staff are stunned. Kitchen workflow disruption. Ships' galleys run on strict timing. When you reorder, the original dish is scrapped or hurried back out to another table. The new order jumps to the front of the queue, and the entire production line shifts gears. That means filet mignon gets pushed back behind dozens of other tickets, delaying every table's meal and risking cold entrees. Inventory and waste management. Perishable ingredients are portioned in advance. Changing orders mid-prep often means fresh ingredients go to waste or must be repackaged, creating extra work for the line cooks and sometimes even forcing them to improvise with alternate ingredients. Server stress and guest expectations. Restaurant servers pride themselves on delivering exactly what you want when you want it. When they relay constant changes to the kitchen, they must repeatedly check back with you, pulling them away from attending to other guests and raising anxiety about, did they get it right this time? I've seen perfectly timed services derailed by just one guest's indecision, confides Maria, a senior server with 5 years at sea. A real-life anecdote. Last summer, Mr. Thompson at the captain's table famously swapped his order 6 times. Lobster bisque, then seared tuna, then truffle risotto, then back to lobster. By the time the kitchen finally executed his final choice, a rack of lamb, he declared he was too hungry to eat and asked for a burger off menu. The chef complied, but only after nearly an hour of chaos and apologies to every table waiting for their courses. The secret hack: how to get what you really want. Preview the menu online. Before you even board, many cruise lines post full restaurant menus on their websites or apps. Bookmark them, read through once or twice, and decide on your top 2 choices ahead of time. Flag dietary preferences early. If you have allergies or strong dislikes, e.g., I can't handle spicy food, let your waiter know immediately. They can suggest pre-approved substitutions without messing up the kitchen flow. Use the chef's suggestion. Many ships offer a daily chef special. By choosing it, you rely on the kitchen's planned prep for that day, guaranteeing a seamless, timely service. When guests pick the chef's feature, it's like smooth sailing, says sous chef Andre. We've already prepped the ingredients by the hundreds. Guest tip: order with confidence. Choose 1 entree and 1 appetizer, stick with it. If you really change your mind, ask only once. Would it be possible to switch from salmon A to steak B? Offer flexibility. I'd love the fish, but if it's not available, the chicken special works too. These simple practices help the crew maintain impeccable timing and keep your dining companions happy too. Ready for the next reveal? In part 2, we'll dive into the perils of mysterious reservations and why showing up late or on the wrong day throws the entire seating chart overboard. Habit 2: the secret reservation mix-up. But I clearly booked for 7 p.m. yesterday. Why is my table gone? The guest's perspective. You swore you reserved a private table for 2 at 7 p.m. On the big night, you arrive fashionably late, only to learn your slot was given away because you never showed up. Frustrating, right? Behind the scenes, why staff are speechless. Complex seating charts. Cruise ship restaurants often manage dozens of seatings per night across multiple dining rooms. A single no-show forces the maitre d', to reshuffle other bookings, sometimes moving parties to less desirable tables. Automated versus manual systems. Some lines use apps, others still rely on paper charts. If a reservation is entered incorrectly, wrong date, AM/PM mix-up or typo, the system won't flag it until it's too late. Chain reaction delays. Staff hold places for no-shows by seating standby guests at the last minute. When the original party shows up late, there's literally no extra table without bumping someone else. I've spent more time juggling empty plates than serving guests, sighs Lewis, head waiter of the Riviera dining room. A real-life anecdote. Mrs. Patel booked Portside Brasserie for her anniversary, but accidentally selected the wrong day on the touchscreen kiosk. On her arrival, the hostess apologized profusely, only to learn that her table for two had been filled by a family of 4 10 minutes earlier. They improvised with a bar-top high table, dimming the mood for her special evening. The secret hack: lock in your slot. Double-check confirmation. The moment you reserve, whether via app, kiosk, or phone, scan the confirmation email or ticket. Ensure the date, time, and number of guests are correct. Use the cruise line app. Many lines let you view and modify your dining reservations up to a few hours before seating. This real-time sync prevents day-of surprises. Ask at guest services. Upon boarding, drop by guest services to verbally confirm your bookings. A quick face-to-face check can catch any digital typos. If I hear I thought it was tomorrow, one more time, jokes assistant Maitre D. Marie, I'll print site maps for every guest. Guest tip: secure your dining plans. Reserve early as soon as you book your cruise. Screenshot everything, capture confirmation screens. Confirm on embarkation day, stop by guest services or your dining room hostess. By taking these simple steps, you'll avoid the embarrassment of sitting at a folding table in the hallway. Curious how FAQ overload drives servers crazy? Join us in part 3 for Habit 3, asking every question under the sun without reading the menu. Habit 3, bombarding staff with questions without reading the menu. What's in this sauce? Is that fish fresh? Does the salad dressing have dairy? The guest's perspective. You want to be sure you're ordering exactly what you like, so you pepper your server with a dozen questions, often ones already answered in the menu. You might ask about every ingredient, cooking method, sauce level, or garnish, hopping to fine-tune your meal. Behind the scenes, why staff are speechless. Menu duplication. Servers have already recited key details to dozens of tables. When you ask, is this spicy, or what does house vinaigrette taste like, they're forced to repeat information that's printed clearly, slowing down service for everyone. Multitasking mayhem. One server juggles 5 tables at a time. Answering endless basic questions keeps them away from delivering appetizers, refilling drinks, or checking on dietary requests they haven't heard 10 times already. Increased order errors. The more clarifications you demand mid-order, the greater the chance of miscommunication. Did you say dairy-free? Can become, did you say don't add cream, leading to a dish that arrives completely different from what you expected. I once spent 10 minutes explaining gluten-free to a guest who'd been handed the menu 5 times already, recalls server Diego. By the time I walked back to the kitchen, I'd forgotten half their modifications. A real-life anecdote. At the Ocean View Grill, a passenger named Ms. Rodriguez asked about every garnish on the plate. Her questions ranged from is that parsley organic, to does the balsamic reduction contain sugar. After a dozen follow-ups, the kitchen misread her request and served a deconstructed salad as a deconstructed dessert, complete with chocolate drizzle. Needless to say, neither she nor the pastry chef was happy. The secret hack: how to get quick, precise answers. Scan the menu first. Take 30 seconds to skim descriptions. Only flag 1 or 2 genuine concerns, allergies, intolerances. Bundle your questions. Instead of asking 5 separate times, say, I noticed several dressings. Could you tell me which is tangiest and which is sweetest? Leverage digital tools. Some cruise apps include pop-up ingredient lists. Check there before flagging the server. Guest tip: order like a pro. Read through once, then decide. Highlight specific deal breakers. I can't have nuts or cream. Ask one compound question. Does this come with onion or garlic? And if so, can I have it without?